Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about how to buy real estate with IRA money. What is IRA money? Individual retirement account money. Now here's the good news. There are literally trillions of dollars of people's money tied up in IRAs and not doing very much for them. So if you show them how they can get a much better return on their investment by investing that money with you, you're going to be doing them a favor, and you're going to have a virtually unlimited source of capital for your deals. That's what we're talking about today. All right, so today we're going to be talking about how to use IRA money in real estate, how you can use your own IRA money to buy your own deals, and more importantly, how you can use other people's IRA money to grow your portfolio to the moon. And I'm going to show you a story, a case study of my client Matt, and how he's absolutely crushing it using other people's IRAs. Stay tuned. All right, so IRAs in the States are things like 401k plans, ROTHs, that sort of things. In Canada, it could be RRSPs, TFSAs, there's a whole bunch of different things as well. And basically, it is people who have their own individual retirement account. It's the government encouraging people to put money aside and to grow it tax deferred. So that way, when they retire, they can pull their money out of these accounts and they're taxed at a much lower rate because they're no longer working. So the government's been really promoting these for the last decades and decades and decades. However, most people put their retirement funds in assets that really don't do them very much good. They're usually told by the big banks and financial planners, hey, if you want a safe, secure return on your money, put it in mutual funds. And that's what they're told and that's what they do. But typically, at the end of the day, the only people that make any money off of those are the financial planners and the big banks and the big financial companies themselves, because they charge fees. Whether those mutual funds perform well or not, you're getting dinged, your investors are getting dinged a fee every single year, all right? So that's why a lot of people wake up after 5, 10, 15, 20 years, they take a look at their retirement account and realize it definitely hasn't gone up. Maybe at best it stayed flat, or quite often it's actually gone down compared to how much money they put into it. So the good news for us is there are literally trillions of dollars out there just looking for a better home. We just have to show people and educate them about how our real estate deals are the best place for them to put their IRA money. So that's what we're going to be talking about throughout this episode today. A lot of people are interested in using their own IRA money to buy their own properties. Now, different rules in different locations, different places, different countries. We got a lot of clients in Canada, we got a lot of clients in the States. The rules and regulations are different everywhere. So in certain cases, you might be able to do that, but typically, it works best if you are looking to buy your own residence, your own house, your own home for you and your family, not an investment property, and typically if it's your first property. So if you've already owned a number of personal residences over the years, chances are you're not going to be able to pull out your IRA money to buy your next house. Again, different places, different rules. But that's how a lot of people do access their IRA money to buy a property, is if they're a first-time home buyer. So if that's not your case, then we're going to have to get a little bit more creative about how to use IRAs. One of the nice things about these individual retirement accounts is you or your investors can create what's called a self-directed account. You don't necessarily have to go through a financial planner or through a big bank or a financial company. You can do your own thing. Now, I'm not going to recommend any particular ones because they change all the time. If you're in the States, Google it. If you're in Canada, there's a couple of different options there for you. But you can create your own self-directed fund. And then within reason, you have control over where you can invest that money and how you invest that money. You can take the reins and really control your return on your investment. So that's what we're going to be focusing on for this. We're going to be showing people, number one, that they can invest in real estate with their IRAs, and number two, that they can control it. They can take control and create their own individual investment account, their own self-directed account if they'd like to. Now, here's the big challenge. When you've got your IRA money with a financial planner or a big institution, and you tell them that you want to open up your own self-directed plan, they might try to pull a quick one over on you and get you to do something with them. And chances are it's not really self-directed. It's only their own products that you can buy. What you want to do is you want a real self-directed account. And you want to pull all of your funds out of their mutual funds or their products and put it into your own fund. So they're going to kick and scream about that. They're going to tell you you're making a big mistake. They're going to tell you that you're crazy to be doing this. They might even, I've seen this, they might even drag their feet on actually letting you pull your money out. They'll lose the paperwork. They'll make excuses. So you have to stay on top of them. You have to be prepared for that. And you also have to be able to prepare your investors for this because they're going to face that as well. Why do they face this? Because quite frankly, their financial planner is losing an income source. If the financial planner doesn't have their money in their mutual funds, he's not making the fees that they take every single year. So of course, he's going to be telling them it's crazy to do that. So you have to be prepared for that. So just take charge and make sure that you open up your own self-directed account and get your investors to do the same. So one of the ways I've seen a lot of people take advantage of the whole self-directed IRA thing is by doing investment swaps. What do I mean by that? Well, let's say you're part of a RIA or a real estate investment club and you know another active investor who's looking for capital for their deals and they own a couple of properties in their own portfolio. You've got the same thing. And let's say you've both got $100,000 in a self-directed IRA. Well, you now know that you're not allowed to use your own money to finance your own deal, unless you're a first-time home buyer usually. However, you can take your money, self-directed fund, and finance your friend's deal, and then vice versa. So it's a swap. So you get a second mortgage on one of their properties and you're getting a fixed return on your money and you've got that all set up, and vice versa. And that way it's a win-win for both of you. You're both able to pull out a bunch of equity from that property and use it to buy another property, and chances are you're getting a much better return on your money than you would by having it in a mutual fund and just a normal IRA account. Are you enjoying this information? Have you tried any of this kind of stuff? If you had, leave a comment in the comments below. And if you like this kind of stuff, go ahead, click on subscribe, ring the little bell, and then that way you'll get notified each time we've got a new episode. Now, my favorite way to use other people's IRA money is to put the word out to your network, your friends, your family members, your coworkers, your associates, people who you know and who know you. Educate them about this opportunity. Educate them about the big benefits of taking control of their own financial future. Educate them about the big benefits of real estate as an investment class. Show them the multiple profit centers of a real estate deal compared to what they're doing with mutual funds. Show them how tangible, how real this asset is compared to stocks, bonds, mutual funds, crypto, pretty much everything else out there. Educate them about this and then show them how they can get all of the benefits of real estate investing without the headaches of doing it themselves by investing with you. So here's a great example. My client, Matt, he's been rocking it with using other people's IRAs. And here's what he's done. He's built up a nice little portfolio of properties under his own financial steam. He had quite a bit of cash from a business that he was running, good credit. He was able to buy a number of properties under his own steam. And then, of course, like most of us, he ran out of cash, ran out of credit to keep growing his portfolio, but his credit was still very good. So he basically just ran out of cash. So what he did is he started showing people about the opportunity to invest in his deals with second mortgages, to use their self-directed IRA to invest in his deal in second mortgages. So for example, they put $100,000 in from their IRA. He's able to pull out his equity in the deal. They've got security because they are registered on property with a second mortgage, and they're getting a nice consistent return on their money without any of the fees or the different penalties and things like that the mutual funds companies charge. They're able to get a nice, clean, consistent return on their money, much better than they were doing before. And now Matt is able to take that money and use it to buy more properties. It's a win-win situation. Now, speaking of finding investors to do these IRA type investments with you, if that's what you're interested in doing, then get a copy of my book, Money Partner Formula. It's a free book, and you can get it by clicking on the link in the description below, or you can go to investorattractionbook.com. And this is going to show you step by step exactly who to focus on and how to get the word out, how to educate and edutain people about what you're up to and get them coming to you eager and excited to invest their IRAs in your deals. Grab a copy today.